Thank you to all my patrons. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Big Bad Bench. My name is John, aka Big Bad Biologist, and today we're going to work on a CD drive. This little guy. Look at how cute he is. Creative CD drive. But it's also a Sony CD drive, and we know from the Mac world, Sony CD drives in the early 90s, late 80s had some issues. And so this right here is my high-end 386 PC, and this guy lives right here normally. Look at how cute this little system is. I love this nice little power button. I like this little logo here. It goes low or high. It doesn't tell you which one's on and which one's off. It's just telling you that there's two positions here. Got our turbo button. Somebody put an IBM sticker on this. It's not actually an IBM, but whatever. So this is a high-end 386. It's an AMD DX40. I forget if it has 128 or 256K of cache. We have an Orchid Pro Designer 2 ISA video card. That's a Sang ET4000. And a couple weeks ago when I was at MIT Swap Fest, I picked up an Opti 82C929 sound card, and it has a whole bunch of different CD drive interfaces. There you go, you can kind of see that a little bit better. And so this is a Sony CD interface, and this is the number CDU-33A. There's also CDU-33A-C3. Really pretty drive. I really like the curves and the creative branding on there. So I plugged this in, got this sound card working, and the CD drive gets detected while it boots, but it does not read any CDs. So we're gonna set this aside. Oh gosh, I'm breaking all my 386 processors. We're gonna set that aside and take a look inside here. If you look at this CD drive on the retro web, it will tell you that there's a note on there that it needs to be recapped. So let me say hi to folks in the chat while I start disassembling this thing. Who all's here already? Wow, lots of folks are here. Thank you for just showing up at a totally random time while I'm waiting for the world to warm up. Mac84 says, no, I haven't recapped my CD drives. Maybe that's why they're all dead. Perhaps. Eric Helgeson, I fully expect to forget this tab open, and then all of a sudden a man will be talking. Hopefully that happened. I hope that I am here to scare you. Trina's Techno Babble. All Things DG says there's weird voices coming from his office. Nice. Adam Baranek, hello. Justin D. Morgan, good morning. He has digitally downloaded a CD drive, if you consider that buying off of eBay. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I can see that. Oh shoot, do we need to eject this first? We might. Sometimes you need to eject first, and then you can take off the thing. Let's see here. Who else is here? Justin Kovac. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Good morning. Charles Bullock, hello. CRT monitor, need to inspect for bad caps. Oof, yeah, that's always fun. I actually have a CRT that I need to work on for Userlandia. So that'll be an upcoming stream at some point. Good morning. Gutbomb is here. Good morning. Justin D. Morgan repastes the CD-ROM drive. Nice. Yes, this is a nice hat. Gutbomb's wife made this hat. Put the link in the chat there, Gutbomb, if you want, if she's still selling them. Eric Helgeson. Oh, there's the scream. Where's that tab? Boo, boo, boo. Harley777, welcome. Garth Beagle is here. CD-ROM. Mac84 is back. Thomas Armstrong, good morning. Yes, 7:30 a.m. I have construction projects I need to work on today, but it's too cold out right now. So let's recap a CD drive while we wait for the world to warm up a little bit. Okay, so that's how that comes apart. All right, there you go. Gupon put the link in there. Oh yeah, and she made the yarn too. How cool is that? All right, so faceplate's off. I don't see any goop underneath here. That's always good. Oh, if you're wondering what's happening behind me, sorry, side note. This is the Centris 650 motherboard that we started working on last Saturday. There are currently 15 traces repaired on this thing. And basically it would chime, but it would death chime. And so I decided, heck, I couldn't find any more broken traces here, so let's take the RAM off and take a look at what's underneath. So here's all the little RAM chips. And so what I'm doing is I'm testing 2 of the RAM chips at a time by soldering them onto a SIM, and that's what's being tested in the thing behind me. So I have a little stack of chips here that I still need to be tested. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 7, 8 on there right now. So yeah, we're about halfway through the RAM testing. Just want to make sure the RAM's all good on that board before I put it back on there and try to figure out what else is happening. Okay, so we have these core screws that held the bottom plate on. What are these guys? The Quadra 700 had specific VRAM ordering? Okay, so these are also coarse screws. They're slightly shorter. There's no washer. Okay, I only see one PCB. That's always a good sign. We do have a fragile ribbon cable here. And it looks like there's a little retention dealie. So let's grab a little bit of... Yes, this is pre-Tappy CD-ROM content. The other option, is this the drive that's emulated when you go in the PicoGus and CD drive emulation mode? Or is it a Panasonic? I forget which one gets emulated. But yes, your other option is to just use a PicoGus and emulate your CD drive. Oh, that fell off. Hope we didn't need this. That kind of just... Where did that go? Oh, I hate when I see things before... Let's see. That was like that. This is over here. Okay, so that goes over there somewhere. Everybody remember that before when we put it back together. That's why I do these things on stream, because I cannot remember how to do stuff if I'm not like, no, that... Where the heck did that go? This goes like that. Okay. Well, technically this is, even though it has creative branding, this is a Sony CD drive, which is weird. How did that go? Why are we worrying about that now? We could worry about that later when we go to put it back together. I just find it kind of interesting. All right, well, that'll be fun to look at. Okay, so we have multiple caps here, and they do look like the same kind that are in the Mac drives that go bad. So what drives? The CD-300 or something like that. In the Mac drives. These don't look bad though. Let's whip some heat on there. So we have 100, 6.3, 100, 6.3, 100, 6.3, 10, 16, 10, 16, 10, 16, 47 16s here. 22 microfarad, 6.3 volts. Okay. Let's go in the microscope. Let's go in the microscope. Bloop. Yeah, Justin Kovac. It's always, it was always fun, those early days. All right, let's take a look. Let's see if we're gonna melt this volume knob. We'll point our hot air the other way. We could potentially use a heat shield, but I think we're gonna be okay. It's kind of ugly, but that could just be residual flux. The Apple CD-300. There you go. Thank you, Justin. I was having trouble remembering what the model number was. So I think we'll have to do these as we go along because I don't have a capacitor map. It's not the prettiest area or section. You can see we got some junk on there. Let's see if we have these. We should have some 22 microfarad. Got 33. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do we not have 22 microfarad, 6.3 volt? Oh, what are these guys? One last bag. No. No, we don't. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Come on, I gotta have these. I am sorry, this is probably really compelling content right here. Looking for caps. Looking for caps. Alright. What if... Oh, I have these cheapo guys from this pack. I have 33 microfarad caps. That would probably be fine. But let's use these cheapo guys. They're caps. They're generally... They do a thing. That'll be fine. That'll be fine. These will just leak next week. Let's clean off the old. Let's do this the right way, even though we're using junk caps. Let's put a little goo on here and take off that old solder. Let's pretend like we're doing a good job. Where's my solder braid? Solder braid. Okay, here we go. Everything's fine. Be careful. Everything is fine. Nothing is broken, garage. Oh, Garth posted a link about VRAM for 68K max. Okay. Alrighty, so these, they go like that orientation. Let's do the thing where we add a little bit of solder onto one of them. Like that. Bloop. Let's see how quick we can do this job. How long have we been going already? I don't feel real fast this morning. I injured myself, so one of the things that I've been putting on Patreon, and just because it's kind of private, like I don't want the whole world seeing my construction projects, I guess. I have been posting construction updates, and I posted yesterday that I filled a dumpster up. So I'm very sore today. I'm moving slow. I'm recapping poorly. But today I gotta start putting stuff back together. I spent 2 weeks taking stuff apart. Oh yeah, the other thing is I started an Instagram for the Big Bed Bench channel. So I'll just be posting pictures of my assorted projects and stuff up there. Like this morning, I posted pictures of the single board 486 computer. Okay, are you on there, two little 22 microfarad caps? Yeah, you're good. You're good. All right, next. Let's go to this area. We know we have 4716s around. If we didn't have 4716s around, we could not call this a Macintosh repair channel. Again, you could use different techniques to take your caps off. I like to use hot air, but whatever works for you. If you're a total psychopath like Gut Bomb, you'll use the purple nurple method. That's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be a psychopath. Oh, look at that. That's why we don't use the hot air technique. Woo! Some excitement in the morning. Ooh, that was juicy. All right. Yeah, so that one's pretty... That one needs some work. All right. Never remember that's a 10 microfarad 16. Let's add some. Yeah, they're nice. It tells you that they're fresh. They still got their juice ready. There's not a lot of corrosion. Like those, so some of those CD drives for the Macs, the 300s that we worked on, the last one I did was just absolutely disgusting. Okay, let's flex it up. Make sure I clean around there. There's a little gunk over there. Let's grab our 4716s. Oh, shoot, I had a whole drawer for 22 microfarad SMD caps. Oh well, it's already on there. Come on, John. Use your brain. Use your brain, John. We're not good at doing that sometimes. Speaking of using your brain, make sure to check out Trina's Technobabble. She's streaming this afternoon, building a computer. She'll most likely be using her brain, because she's not me. What are you talking about? I need a label maker. Do you not like my organization? I'll show you once we're done putting these on. Okay, I'm going to flop this around this direction. Oh, I think I hear the truck picking up my... Yep, I hear the truck picking up my dumpster. I might need to pop out for a second. Go say hi to the guy. Alright, what's that last one we need? 10 microfarads, 16 volts. what the heck? Got no 10 microfarads, 16 volts? What is going on here? What kind of channel is this? Guess we gotta resort, what was it, 10? Use our cheap ones again. Flip this around, so if you notice on the other ones, the stripe went towards the narrow side, but these, the stripe goes towards the big side, because tantalums are backwards. Because. Do you want to come up with a good story as to why that is? Oh, come on. Oh gosh, oh gosh. Oh jeez, come on. Come on, you wiggly little guy. There we go. Okay. All right, let me pop my head out and say hi to the dumpster guy real quick. Let me give you my away message. Okay, we're back. We're all good. All right, let's clean up this area. Clean up that area. I know SCSI on the Plus is finicky, but does it actually fail a lot? Yeah, the dumpster was right outside my door, so it was very quick, and he was good. He was almost totally loaded up. I have had the SCSI chip fail on my Plus before, but I mean I've had a lot of Pluses, and so far only one SCSI chip has died. So I theoretically have seen it, but also I futz with Pluses a lot than the SCSI. One thing I did notice is that check the ROM version on your Plus. I did have a bunch of weirdness on V1 and sometimes V2 ROMs. So I made my own V3 ROMs on a couple of Pluses, and that seemed to clean up a lot of the silliness that I was getting. Okay, that should all be good now. So clean. Looks like the bottom of this board is chock full of flux, so it's making a sticky mess on the big bad bench. It's okay. It's okay. Of course, everything is okay. Everything is okay. All right, what do we got over here? 1016, 1016, 100, 6.3. Okay, so we definitely. So this is my organizational system. Look, how clear is that? and it was very clear that I had 22 microfarad, but for some reason my brain just ignored that. Okay, so let's rip these off. Okay. All right, so YouTube stuff. If you like recapping CD-ROM drives in the morning when I'm still sort of half asleep and in a lot of pain, please hit that like button. That would be very nice of you. See, I think this gunk is mostly flux. I don't know. Epictronics has a way of talking about flux versus gunk. I forget what, if he says that if you wipe it and it comes off easily, it's cap juice, or the opposite way. I forget. I don't know. What do you all think looking at this? Is this cap juice or is that gunk, flux? Ian Scott says, looks like flux. Garth says you gotta taste it to tell. Ooh, boiled. Nice. Comes off real easy with a little isopropanol. What's cap juice taste like, Garth? What do we need? We need a little bit of flux. A little bit of flux. Remember to pull your plunger back out so that your flux doesn't ooze all over. Apparently too many people in the chat. And by too many I mean two. Know what flux tastes like. That is too many. Garth does not have a bitter heart. He has one of the nicest hearts that I've ever met. Okay, that's all that cleaned off. Oh, that's a good point, Justin. I smelled no fish. No fish smell here. Okay, so excuse me, 100 microfarad, 6.3 volts. Got 3 of these that we're gonna need. Loop. Flux tastes different if you're a vegan. Okay, like we are learning a lot about flux flavor profiles today. Okay, put that over there. Spin you right round. Crooked. That'll make the brain itch. There we go. Okay. No, that's a little off center. Oh, that's better. I like that. That's a good one. Hello, Doro. 20. All right, and we need more of these 10 microfarad caps. We'll use these. I think I'm going to relabel this Bojank. SCSI versions of the Panasonic drives are excellent. CR503 and your Quadra 630. Very nice. Nope, don't turn it sideways. Always solder your caps on in the right orientation. Good. Trina, what kind of computer are you going to be building today if you still happen to be here? Okay, that's on. This is one of the reasons I like using TANTs. I think that the solder just looks prettier when you put that on. Okay, so that's all good. Yeah, I don't. I forget what the model numbers are. There was like the 300i Apple ones and 600. You don't have to recap the 600, whatever. I don't remember who makes those. I thought they were also Sony drives, but the 600s looked fine. I took one apart just to check. Look at that shiny, happy solder. That is nice, shiny, happy solder. That's why I like tantalums, just so that I can have nice, shiny, happy solder. Hey, it's Ryan. Oh yeah, I forgot it's lunchtime. You have such a weird time zone that you're in. That's a weird time zone, Ryan. So like a half hour earlier than us. Okay, so we're all recapped. I used terrible caps, so this will probably need to be recapped in about a week. Recapped. Now let's see if we can figure out where this thing goes. Where did you come from, thing? Oh, the back of this is so sticky. Oh, this is so sticky. Trina is being coy about what kind of computer she's building. Get rid of some of that stickiness. Oh, lots of variable resistors there to futz with. Okay, let's get some of that stickiness off. I'll probably just spread it around more evenly. So this guy, I really don't understand where that would have fit. I'm like, what the heck? So this has to go like that, because that's where that connects. Did it? There is a little side sensor. This is so confusing. Oh, because I'm looking at it wrong. It goes this way. There we go. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. We got there eventually. All right. Let's do this first. Oh man, there's so much sticky flux residue. It's everywhere. It's a little fiddly to get that in there. I guess it's possible that the whole insides could drop out, and that might make that a little bit easier. But okay. Like that. Then we got these two guys. And I forget where they go. Let's see, if we look here, that goes there and there. So that means these guys go here and here. Don't forget that thingy you told us not to forget. Uh-oh. I already forgot. Do cleaning discs on... Oh, I didn't even think of doing that. Do cleaning discs... Clean the lens while it's open. You should have told me that a little while ago. You disappoint me. Disappoint me. Let's see, what do we got? Looks like we poke that down there. Yeah, poke that down there. Oh, that made some noise. We almost had it together. Almost escaped. Oh, it's totally blocked off on the top. I don't know. I don't think we're cleaning this one. I think I'm likely to do more harm than good with that. If it doesn't work, then we'll do it again. This drive isn't that bad to take apart. No, that was a good point. That was a good point, Ian. I should have done it. Why is that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's... What did I do wrong here? Did I put this back together the wrong way? No? Oh. I was putting the screw in the wrong hole. Don't put that screw into that hole. That's not where that screw goes. Screws go into this hole. All right, so what do we think? What's our probability of success on this one? We can't be 100% because we didn't clean it. %, 75%, 90%. All right, I like anything above 50. Again, a lot of CD drives, that clips from the top going that way. This one clips. You got to push it up from the bottom. $1. That's not the kind of thing that we're doing here, Garth. Everybody said over, so Garth said $1. All right, let's zoom out of Scotia and let's grab our high-end 386. Keyboard. Oh, we're gonna have to shut off our Mac. It's done 69 RAM tests. I think that's plenty. This back out to remember. So this is, I don't know if you can see here, all of the normal chips on this sim were 80 nanoseconds. The ones that were in the Centris or Quadra 650 were 60 nanoseconds. So I'm just swapping these in 2 at a time to test the RAM in it out of the system. The test that I was using was Snooper 2.0. And I shut off all the regular system tests and I was only doing the RAM tests. Okay. Zoom out. Yes. Do they make a mem test for 68K Max? That would be neat. Alrighty. Alrighty. Now what do we need? We need electricity. Electricity right here. Oh, there we go. That was one of the reasons we need to shut off the Mac. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's go over here. Got our RAM test. RAM ticks. Oh, and I dropped a mouse on the floor. Okay, what do we got here? Sony device driver 1.71. I hear the CD drive ticking. CD-ROM interface successful. Okay, so let me go find a CD drive. Where? CD disk. Let's see, what do we got here? Where's my Windows 98 one I was using? Oh, let's use this. This is a nice disk. It's in good shape. So we will use an official Windows 2000 Professional. One thing that's interesting about this drive is see how it ejects? It just clicks out and then you got to pull it. It's not a full mechanical one. The light is on. Let's go and see. Oh. There we go. Sweet. Sweet. Now, should we get really silly and see if this will actually read a burned disk? I have a pretty good feeling that it's not going to read a burned disk. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to CD, C:. This is a totally legit Windows XP SP2 backup. Our light is green. Wow. That's interesting. Let's do edit readme.htm. It's gonna be silly, but wow. Look at that. It read a burned disk. That is really cool. Sweet. That is crazy. It's very rare to get old drives like this seeing burned disks, so that's very exciting. All right, let's shut this guy down. Put this back in there. Can button up this little guy. Wow, that is a productive morning. Do I even have... Oh, I'm gonna need a different CD audio cable, I think. Oh no, no, this is good. This one will go here, like that. Yeah, that'll work just fine. That'll work just fine. Oh yeah, I forgot the other thing that you might notice something weird here where the hard drive or the SD card is installed. Something that's kind of interesting. Yeah, I didn't even have to clean the lens. There's some RAM sims on this IDE slot, or IDE card. That's something I need to play with a little bit more. Thank you, Justin. This system, the slots where you install stuff are very big, and so this computer came with these washers to go on all the screws. let's go on the bottom. These two, I put the screws in the bottom. We'll stay consistent. I might need to fix the floppy drive in this one, I forget. But not today. This was a good amount of work. Quit while we're ahead. Oh yeah, what? How does that? Oh right, no. It's just real fiddly. Okay, so the hard drive tray in this one is permanently welded to the side of the other drive tray, so it makes it kind of difficult. Gotta be real careful, otherwise you're gonna drop your screws all the way down in there. Yeah, there were a lot of older drives that just really did not like seeing CDRs for some reason. Okay. That's anarchy. Only used two to install this. That's just anarchy. Ian Scott, I thought I knew you better than that. This is a little fiddly now. This is one of the joys of vintage computing, is getting all your ribbon cables up in here without destroying the drive. There, that's in. Cable management. Oh, cable management. Where did that? Oh, here we go. This guy. That goes like that. So I'm going to leave this case open just because right now I only have a 64 meg flash drive, compact flash drive as my hard drive. I'm going to update this system to have at least a 256 meg one. We got our CD audio cable installed. Man, this is like professional. Uh-oh, now I gotta figure out how to get the power cable in there. Get down there. Get down there, you power cable. Oh yeah, I think we'll boot this up, just double check to make sure I didn't break anything. That it still sees stuff. Okay. And while I'm in there, I'll show you how to configure the config.sys file for this kind of drive, at least for this type of interface controller. Chunky. I like this switch. Look at this switch. method switch. And I'll try to pause it where it shows you what it looks like when it sees the drive. Yeah, this has 256K of cache. Oh. Oh, it did it too fast. Although it says, okay, here we go. CD-ROM interface setup successful. Got our MSCDEX. The CD-ROM port address for this one is 340. So let's go to edit config.sys, show you what this is. Yeah, here we go. So it installed it to a folder called Sound16. The CD thing is cdsetup.sys, and these are the parameters. So this sets up the interface. /T:/P:340/I:/G:/X, and then the next one I think is also required because this one is activating the actual driver. So it's slcd/D:/MSCD000/B340. So that's pointing to the port that was turned on. So I think this one activates the controller, and this one activates the drive attached to the controller. So there you go. That's how to set these up. And then if you go into my auto exec, that might be kind of messy. Oh no, I cleaned it up. Okay. And since we have high mem installed, I add the LH to these. So it loads high, so it frees up some 640K area RAM. MSCDEX, and then that points to the name that we gave it before. Okay, and then this thing activates the sound card itself. And it is Sound Blaster compatible. We can double check that with some Doom. It has a real OPL, I think it's an OPL2 chip on here. Again, this is a 386, so it's not going to run Doom all that quickly, but it'll do it. It'll do it. It's struggling, but there's a lot of stuff on that screen there. It's still doing it. For a 386, this is pretty good. Wait, how many seconds per frame do we have? That is a good point. It would be interesting to try that new Fast Doom. I have not tried that yet. So here's a question for the chat. Yeah, totally playable. I would have done that. Hello, Dan Ferocio. So yeah, that was Doom. The sound works. It's all happy. We got our CD drive to work. Let's just double check to make sure that it still works since we just installed it. Let's get out of here. Come on, we're leaving. We're leaving. Yes, we're quitting. There we go. let's see, CD / D : dir. There it is. Okay, cool. So our CD drive is still good. It's still good. Charles Bullock says it's doing at least 3 FPS. There you go. So here's a question for the chat. This is a board that I picked up at a computer from the MIT Swap Fest and that we worked on last weekend. We fixed a trace there. It had a little bit of battery damage. So I was thinking about swapping the board that's in here with this one because this board has a soldered on 386DX40, but this one has a socket, and so this would let me do much more testing to futz around with different variables. As you can already see, we have these 4060LC processors, and I had my regular 386 processors out here that are now covered. Yeah, so we could go from a regular 386 to a 4060LC, and then all the way up to the high end with the 46 DRX2, which is basically one of these with a 2x multiplier. And yes, this board is so cute. That's another reason. Look at the size of this one. So if we put that in there, like this board is that much bigger than that one. So I'm thinking of swapping this board, even though this system's all built and really nice and happy. I'm thinking about swapping this board that we just got into there. So let me know what you think. Should I do that swap? This board's just so cute and gives you a lot of flexibility in the type of computer that you're running with it because it's a socketed CPU. All right, so I think that's going to do it for today. Oh, Ian Scott says go for it. All right, if Ian Scott says go for it, then I think we know we need to go for it. So I'll do this week and get back to y'all. Maybe post some pictures. Post some pictures on my Insta. That's what the kids say, right? Post it on my Insta. Okay, I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go do construction stuff. Thank you for helping me kill time while I wait for the world to warm up. If you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that would be swell. I need to thank my patrons. Thank you, patrons. Oh, shoot, I forgot to add. I got another Janka crew member. So Matt Hargett, Gut Bomb, Garth Beagle, Brian Garfort, David Starbuck, Ian Scott, Jamie's Hack Shack, All Things DG, Chris Angelis, Tech Ambrosia, Scout, Jack68K, Bacchus, Asmodeus Devoluke, and, oh gosh, I'm forgetting someone. Someone just added Alan Gracia as part of my Janka crew. Thank you all for keeping me drinking my Janka. And my Jank team, Hardware Hacker, Mark Kruger, DIY, Charles Bullock, Dave's Vintage Apple Tech, and Mark from Millennium Max. Thank you all so much for supporting me. Thanks for just showing up to the streams. I appreciate the heck out of all of you. Don't forget that Trina is streaming at 2 o'clock today, building a computer. If you're here watching this, you must like building computers, right? And have a lovely rest of your week. And as we say here at the Big Bad Bench, if you're a Trumper, go F yourself. Bye, y'all.